research question that I studied was, what have people experienced in their journey following Jesus Christ? So why would I use qualitative for this specific research question? I think that the Christian life is a whole lot more than just looking at the entire religion as one group. It's a very specific and unique personal relationship that each person has with Jesus Christ that they believe in. Why am I qualified to answer this question? I myself have been a Christian for about 2 years now, a little over 2 years now, and I've been able to form relationships and bonds with other Christians within Christianity, and I have a decent knowledge of the Bible and the God that we serve. Why did I interview the people that I did? I interviewed other Christians that I know and that I've come to know. That all kind of in their own way have a unique perspective on Christianity. They all have it's a wide range of ages, occupations, things that they do in their everyday life, and places that they started their journey in. So the Christian's life has has three major kind of categories that impact it. The first and one of the bigger parts is the part of their life before they were Christian, the pre-Jesus life part of their life. This time period kind of sets them on the trajectory that they're going to go into and the life they'll live once they become a Christian. Some of my respondents grew up in Christianity, didn't really understand the whole message of it or the truth of it, and kind of walked away and then eventually came back to it. Some of them grew up in other religions, and when they were told or learned about Christianity, they ended up making the switch to become a Christian. And then other ones were going out of their way to try to disprove Christianity because they wanted to live a life that was was contrary to the Christian way of life. And as they were trying to find evidence to disprove it, they felt like they couldn't ignore the evidence that they found in support of Christianity, and they kind of made that decision to switch over. But kind of all-encompassing for all of them, they all kind of felt lost, and they all said they had some sort of emotional damage from relationships and other things that had happened in their life, whether that be anxiety or depression that they were trying to work through on their own. I didn't mean to do that. Interactions post-Christ. It's kind of, so their relationships, their friends, family, all those dynamics kind of saw a change in one of two different directions. One of the directions was that their friends and family saw the change in them and saw what happened, and that person decided that they didn't want to be around that person anymore because they just didn't believe in the same beliefs or didn't care for the ideals that person had now that they were Christian. And then they also saw some of their relationships ended up being healed and reconciled. They may have had a harmful relationship or just not a very good relationship with a family member or a friend before they were Christian, and they ended up seeing that change inside of them was able to help them come through and fix whatever problems they may have had in the relationship before. The third category is serving Jesus, which is a large category of the life of a Christian after becoming a Christian. They all kind of felt like they all had different purposes and ways to serve God. Where some of them felt like they weren't equipped to be a leader or a teacher, but they felt like they were better equipped to help those people lead, and they were better equipped to help just everyday people that may not even be Christian. They were able to help them with stuff that they need because of what God did. Some of them felt like they were called to be teachers and to teach other Christians about the Bible and to teach them and just help them on their walk. Uh, Others felt like they were called to be mentors to the younger generations and to help children and teenagers to understand who they really are, because it's kind of a rocky time period for everybody. But ultimately, in the serving Jesus part, in all their journeys, they all kind of shared the same all-encompassing purpose, which was to just try to live the life that Jesus called us to live in the Bible, and to try to share the good news and the gospel of Jesus Christ about people being able to get forgiven of their sins and be saved. The quotes that I have here, the first one: Christ began to show me how he loved me despite my sin and came to save me. It began to change how I see other people. I think this really just helps. It talks about the some of the categories that I have, because it shows that not only were they able to find love in God and then eventually be able to love themselves, they were able to kind of translate that love into loving other people no matter what their differences are. Hope, purpose, confidence, security, those are all things that were brought to me into my life through putting my faith fully in Christ instead of just me. It kind of shows the whole idea that once they came to Christ, they were able to find purpose in their life and find a new way, a new path to walk in their life to try to serve God the best they can. The theory that I came up with, the answer to my research question, is that I believe that the people are able to lead a life that they find more fulfilling after deciding to devote their life to following Jesus. How does this contribute to our knowledge? I think it really contributes to the knowledge to kind of show people on the outside that the Christian life is not just whatever media says it is, and it also, and like the main thing that I think it contributes to the knowledge is for people like me who are younger in their Christian journeys, and it kind of shows them that it's kind of all the stuff that I gathered, the information I gathered, kind of shows that you're not alone in different struggles you may have when you're trying to follow this religion. I just want to thank my respondents for providing their answers and sacrificing their time to help me answer my research question. That's it.
I'm going to ask questions. Not until we're done with questions. Then you can. You talked a little bit about, like, when you're talking about the contribution, you said like it kind of revealed some more maybe portrayals than what we see in the media.
Mm-hmm.
What do you think are the biggest differences between what your research has demonstrated and maybe what outsiders would perceive in the media?
I think start with like the way the media portrays Christians is that they portray Christians as these people who are just going around judging other people for their shortcomings. Mm-hmm. But my findings show that Christians aren't going out of their way and like looking at other people, pointing at them, saying, "Well, look how you're messing up." They see that there's a lot of problems within them too, and there still are, and they understand that the love that was shown to them by Jesus dying on the cross, they see that needs to be shown through them too to other people, no matter what other people believe or think or how they are living, because it's not our place to judge other people. We're all going through life together anyways.
Was there anybody that like didn't want to answer your questions, or that you had to like find someone else for, or?
No, I was able to. I know some of the people that I interviewed, so they were like excited to answer the questions, because I don't think many people really take the time to ask Christian people like what their life has been like or what their journey has been.
Did you like find out if like their social life is affected like by the religion, like friends wise, going out?
Yeah, oftentimes like a lot of people that are some people that are Christian, it's all kind of different. But the people that I interviewed, as they were kind of early on, they didn't really make a huge change. But as they really started to dive into and devote their life to this, they decided that their social lives before kind of weren't helping it wasn't helping them grow, so they had to leave that. And sometimes one of the respondents had a friend who heard that they became Christian and basically told him to kick rocks and to stay away because that person wanted to continue partying and doing all this stuff. But then eventually that person did come back and he became Christian too, eventually.